Okay, there we go. Okay, so... Yep, so Bob and I are going to go through and really quickly show you guys the old trailers versus the new trailers, so you can see some of the shit that I've been talking about. So this is the initial announcement trailer. I'll pause it a couple times. Oh! Da 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 da. Okay, so that's the outside of Coruscant. Here's some schmuck.
Wearing my armor, bastard.
This is the new sergeant I mentioned. Ranked first in the academy and forward assault, search and destroy, and advance.
By the way, the doors don't open like
recon. It's good to have you, Sergeant.
I was doing Kragus Paladin. Really quick. One of the requests that I keep seeing over and over and over and over again is why you can't actually just do a command that makes them all just do their little money shot, so you can actually make a screenshot of this whenever you want. And it's just funny that they can conveniently whip this out, but the other players actually can't. So
I really have gone above and beyond the call of duty, Major.
I'm just proud to do my part, General.
What is he doing? Okay. So here's your first shot. There's all these NPCs cheering.
Yep.
But these aren't really NPCs. These must be other players.
That's what I was just thinking. They have to be other characters, because NPCs are static.
NPCs are static. So that means there's other people in here cheering for him that I guess he got his Karaga statue? I guess, because that's his little condom helmet. So NPCs can't do this, so there's our first. So that was a lot. That was quite a few. So they must have logged in a bunch of people, I guess, and then just had them cheering for him to record this one.
There's at least 6 there, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we see some NPC. Okay. Right there. That is not, whatever that person's doing right there is not an emote in the game. Right now.
Like he's at a crafting desk. Like he's on your ship.
Yeah. But it's almost like he's kneeled down, like working in a compartment or something.
Yep.
And plus, I don't recognize what NPC that is. I guess this is on the maybe, I don't, you can't even tell. What, maybe is that the consular? But it must be the Jedi Knight, right? Because that's a T7? But that's a different T7 skin, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the same T7 I've got with a curvy head. It's just that's an easy one to get, yeah.
So that must be a Jedi Knight, but then what NPC is that?
I have no idea. His butt shot doesn't give it away.
Yeah. So then we're here in this scene. These must be other players. Okay, and so there's them doing the /chair emote, I assume.
They can't be doing /chair, he's actually sat on it. He's not sat in front of it, or on top of it, or behind it.
Well...
The /chair works so well.
Well, there's... that's another point of contention. Some of the chairs and couches you can actually completely clip all the way through, which means /chair works really well. Other chairs have footprints bigger than they're actually supposed to have.
Like an imaginary force field around it. You end up
that's way
stepping over it 2 meters away from the sofa.
Yeah, and there was this... I unfortunately wasn't recording, but Estinio was having the time of his life floating way above a couch on the guild ship. He was just dying. And then some of the chairs I could get it to fit, and then some chairs, you move like 1 pixel and you just fly up on top of it. But these must be people, not NPCs. Because they're walking around.
Yeah. The one on the far left in the middle looks like it's static. That could be an NPC, but definitely the ones that are moving have to be characters.
Yeah. So. And then blah 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 more. Okay.
This is showing you how good their copy-paste skills are. This is Nushtar, and this is Drum and Cast, copy-paste.
Yep. And now you see that there's an M1 not moving, and that's probably an Alara or a the Jorgen not moving.
Yeah.
But here is that as far as I know, there is no holo projectors. I haven't seen a single holo projector. So I guess this is just some unreleased thing that they never did. But, what's this back here? This is a bartender doing an emote. I've seen bartenders in the game and they just stand there.
Stand there absolutely statue-like.
Yes. So
There's
the
a
whole...
guild bank and a personal bank at the back with something else to its
That's a
right.
casino
That's a
terminal?
casino.
Yeah. So take that with a maybe
Or is that the legacy bank?
no, the legacy bank.
Because that's the personal bank, and then you've got a guild bank, and then...
I can't remember. I don't remember seeing one of those. And the legacy vault looks like these, except it's a different color.
Alright.
So I don't know. And I went and checked that casino vendor, and I don't remember there being a terminal.
Well, that could be an early legacy bank before they decided to...
Oh, like a placeholder.
Yeah.
Okay. So point here is, oh look, and there's the other one. So that must be Jorgen and Alara.
Well, no,
standing
there's two
there.
there. There's two on either side of the door. I think this might be NPC guards that have been placed there. 'Cause you look, there's one each side of that doorway.
Yeah. True.
Standing to attention, so they could just be guards.
How'd they get them to face the right direction?
Sheer luck, that is.
They didn't actually fix NPCs standing in the right direction until about a week ago. And this video is from March 19th.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they went in here and edited it and recorded it before they logged out...
But once again, you're implying that they actually use their own system to make this video, not a video creation.
Exactly.
I just reckon it's a movie maker software rather than the actual SWTOR.
Yeah, I think they were using their cutscene generator.
Yeah.
Because...
None of this is actually in the game, it's all just cutscene graphics.
Yeah, because NPCs don't do...
Nope.
The bartenders don't scrub the table. So I think this is the end of this one. Pretty sure it's the end of that one. Okay, so I'm going to pause this again. Okay, this is the Nar Shaddaa Sky Palace one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a ton of new footage on this one, but I know there's a little bit, because I remember going through this. Blah, 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 blah.
Producer at Bio.
Okay, there's more of these
See.
funny looking terminals now. Now you've got more NPCs chilling and hanging out with each other, or whatever it is they're doing, but you can see the hands are on the table. And by the way, neither of those emotes are in the game.
Welcome to
As
the
far as I
Star Wars:
know.
The Old Republic Galactic
Hi,
Edition
Jack.
series.
This is what Jack looks like before all those Twitch streams.
In episode 1, we're going to give you a...
Okay, and there's this Schmuck McGee. And then here's what, the T7? No.
Another astromech droid, but he's a full-size one, so he's not a pet.
And that's the same one from earlier, so that
No,
must be...
I remember on PTS, when you went on there was, next to the taxi terminal, there was an astromech droid, so you might find that might be a vendor.
Weird, I don't remember. Trying to remember.
tour of our Nar Shaddaa
Different guards.
Yeah.
Sky
Facing the right
Palace.
direction.
Players can make their
It's a miracle. Seriously, that didn't work until about a week ago.
home high above the glowing skyscrapers in Nar Shaddaa. Known as the Smuggler's Moon,
Okay, here we go again. I don't know what emote that is.
Yeah.
And
He's adopted the position quite nicely.
I don't even know what NPC that is. I don't know what any of these NPCs are
underworld-
doing.
Cityscape
Not moving by the looks of it.
is the dual faction planet for Stronghold.
That NPC was doing a talking emote. That NPC is definitely walking around.
Oh, if it is an NPC.
Strongholds
Right.
can be
If it is an
customized in a
NPC, or
variety
it's pacing back and forth. I guess that could be pacing back and forth. That NPC
Wait.
is leaning on a table, I think.
There are countless possibilities, and
Yeah, there's two to the left are definitely talking to each other.
Yep, they're talking to
Big
each other.
giant, yeah, definitely. There's movement talking there, so there.
Yep. I guess not patrolling, and maybe pacing in place just sort of looks like patrolling, but this is kneeling. That's definitely a player.
even future
He's
opportunities to
meditating, so it's definitely.
expand with balconies, staircases,
Oh, yeah,
expand
they
with
would
balcony-
definitely
wanna-
move. These-
I want to know how they are getting their NPCs to do these movements.
staircases,
And those two NPCs are talking to each other.
and more.
Those two are talking to each other. That one's patrolling.
Or it's a player walking down the stairs.
The really weird thing is NPCs don't walk downstairs like that. Neither do players. It's kind of like you're gliding down a
Well, no,
slope.
it's obviously, if it is a player, they've obviously taken sprint off, and they're walking at normal pace down the stairs.
Yeah. What blows my mind, though, is that it actually looks like he's walking
And more.
down the stairs
Only this guy-
properly. He was
Mhm.
actually taking steps. And
Well, yeah, if you're not sprinting, it actually does look correct. You're not gliding over the gap in
really?
the step, so to speak.
okay, all right,
My palace puts you on top of the world in Nar Shaddaa. Make it
and
yours.
that's the end of that one.
That's the end of that lovely sky palace.
Thank you, Jack.
In flies the starfighter flyby and blows it out the sky.
I know, drunk drivers, drunk
Yeah.
Narshada drivers. All right, here's the Coruscant Skyrise one. We're into June 3rd now. Okay, patrolling back and forth in space, which I guess is different. Still, though, I have no idea how you get an NPC to do that. She's walking, but obviously this is the player. I guess he's standing idly, but he's still
Rocking back side to side.
yeah. Same thing with that NPC. I guess this is more of his friends that logged in to cheer for him
exactly,
getting a new
it's
statue.
Celebrate with your friend statue. And so these are all supposed to be characters, I reckon.
Okay. By the way, I've never seen this statue before in the game. No idea how you get it. So this must be two players dancing with each other. Since there's only one dancing NPC in the entire... Or there's only one dance that NPCs can do right now.
One dance emote in the whole game.
And you have to...
Without-
Yep. And you have to buy the NPC pre-doing that dance. And they're stuck with whatever clothes they're wearing. So these must be players. Because these are custom dances also. That you can only get on the cartel market.
So these doing a jig.
Yeah. This hand behind your back emote? No idea. Never seen it before. And I don't know what talking emote that is. And arm crossing emote? Is there an arm crossing emote?
I have no idea.
Okay. Here's where you get to the pets. Realize the pets are completely static and stuck in place. But this guy's doing a kneeling down emote? Is there a kneeling down emote?
There is, but I don't think it's like that. Unless he's like a sniper or something, and he's using his take cover emote, or if he's like a guns, one of those ones. Then
Guns.
or an operative where you go to one knee. You could be using their take cover. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Because that does look like that, down on one leg, no shield around him, so he's probably an operative using take cover.
Okay. Boom! There's the end of that one. And here's the Tatooine one. This one's from July, so we're getting a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
There's no hooks on the Stronghold. There's no hooks anywhere. It looks desolate because you can't place the stuff anywhere. Actually, I guess he does have a couple things under the tents. By the way, I don't even know what those are. But yeah, Trooper McDoofus again. The infamous bunk beds. By the way, that's the largest room you can get inside the whole entire thing. One of those misscaled ships. So that's some kind of droid doing datapad. I don't even know where you get that droid from.
Doing big box, little box, big box, little box, rave.
What? That must be another vendor droid?
Well, it doesn't recognise any droid I've seen before.
It's an astromech droid, but it's like an
But no
imp
top.
astromech droid.
It's got no
Yeah, it's got a
proper
little
head bit.
pointy
Unless it's the
dome
same
thing.
colour as the background around it, that's why you can't see it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, one of the things they did change was holocrons. That's one of the things they did buckle on. One of the only things they buckled on. Every time they're walking, I can't tell if they're pacing back and forth. Because there's a guy pacing back and forth here.
Yeah, but all the walking scenes, you notice, are only for like a second. They don't
Right.
They don't leave it long enough for you to actually decide what they're doing. It's a couple of frames and then they move on to something else.
Yeah.
Purposely, so you can't tell what they're actually supposed. Are all these characters standing still, or are we just such a short time that we can't tell?
Yep. And I have a feeling that they're pacing back and forth, and that's it. But by the way, there's nothing to actually make them pace back and forth. They're just, none of the NPCs do that. None of them. So that's really weird. The other thing is this is almost at the NPC limit cap. Since they've knocked it down to 25. So I assume maybe that's
the character.
That's a player.
Yeah, meditating or something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but what about that one?
It's like another player. I don't know any NPC that can meditate. But there might be.
The Jedi trainers meditate.
I mean, you could get a training NPC in your Stronghold. That would be nice.
Well, I wonder if that's what those are supposed to be. Because right now you can't tell an NPC to do that. In fact, there's no NPC commands at all. Here's more talking. By the way, they don't do that. They just stand there.
I caught a fish this big. Lion. No, not this big.
She's like, it is not that big. He's like, size doesn't matter.
Yeah, 6 inches, he's saying. 6 inches.
Yeah. If she says size doesn't matter, she's lying to you, buddy. Okay, there. This one is the one that's complete and total bullshit. Unless they're not gonna put it in the game until it goes live, there's no emote.
Lean on desk. Sprawl
emote. Unless they just didn't tell us what it is. But we only found 2 emotes, which was /chair and /sleep or something like that. But yeah, I don't know of any I don't even know what you'd call that.
That's why I think these are just more videos than they are taken from the game.
Look at the terribly, terribly, terribly scaled starship.
Yeah, that starship looks like it could nearly park under that umbrella.
Yes,
How he's going to get in that cockpit, I have no idea.
it needs to be about 3 times that size.
Yeah.
By the way, if you tried to walk into that, your face would come up to right about here. I should have made a
your pocket and go. It's actually
Yeah.
one of those pet ships that fly behind you.
Yep. This guy took screenshots of it. I should have made a video of it, but I can walk underneath my XS and have quite a bit of room on the fleet. My face smashes into the side of my XS when it's on there. And by the way, it takes like 5 dark projects, which is insane.
Obscene amount of resources.
Yeah, that's like 45 of each exotic material or something like that. Okay, welcome home. Shut up. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to fast forward to the one that they just released. By the way, there's no sexual themes in these trailers, which is kind of frustrating. They show back fighting Malgus, and they're showing basically the trophies now. This is the first time they showed trophies. The trophies are actually...
quite like those trophy posters.
Yes, they are very fun, very cool.
I could have a trophy room, I think.
Yes.
Powerful figure.
I don't know what emote that rubbing your hands and wiping your hands off is. Like you just did a bunch of work putting your trophies on the wall? I don't know. I also don't know what table this is, but I assume it's in the game somewhere, somehow.
The galactic stage.
Show your worth. Secure a stronghold now. Exhibit your formidable.
There's... Whoops.
Your formidable.
There's itty bitty starship again. Is that? I'm not even sure if that's a different one or the same one. I already.
It's just copy pasted the last picture. They're not going to make new content. They're just going to grab it from old stuff.
Yeah. This makes me wonder where they get this from.
Formidable status to.
See, she's floating above her throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means it's one of the ones that's got the clipping screwed up. But she's got one of her guards now, by the way. You can only have up to 25 of those, including all your pets and companions. Oh, it goes by here a little. Look at how
So they look
small...
like galactic starfighter ships on the right, on the left-hand side. There.
That's what they are.
'Cause
But
there's
look how
this
small they are.
Imperial Scout, and there's the Pike, or the other Quill, I think it might be. And then they got the, because it's a Imperial, and there's a bounty hunter ship.
Also, this is in the guild ship. This is one of the guild ship hangars. Because there's no starship hook on Dromancos. Yeah.
Well spotted.
Look how small those ships are. They're barely bigger than a speeder. Like a Corellius or whatever. And this, they're each about, well, most of these are about 33 to 66% smaller than they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
Same thing with this, it's about 60. This right here, I'm pointing to it, but you can't see.
I can see a mouse.
I know, but pointing my finger. Ba ba ba.
Oh,
But that's
right.
okay. I'm chasing it around. This should actually be filling up this whole entire room.
It should be a squeeze. That's one
And-
of the biggest
yes.
ships there is.
It is. And if you go to the fleet, you would
It's
see that
cohesive.
the hangar is about 4 times to 8 times this size. To fit in this thing comfortably and just to see how big the hangar is. If you try to run from one side of the hangar to the other side of the hangar, it takes about a minute. I know, because I've goofed around in those hangars before. They're huge. Because the XS is probably the only one that's bigger than this, and that's because it's a giant flying saucer. But if you put the XS in here, it's going to just conveniently, perfectly... When really it will be crushing the walls.
It's
Very
not how
frustrating.
you get it through the door, the opening to start off with.
You never would. Yeah, you can't. It would smash. It would smash through.
Keep coming, it'll fit. Keep coming.
Adorn your
I don't think so.
stronghold in
More just fluff. Now, fun fact.
stunning
And I'll wait until the end and see if you notice what's wrong with this picture.
Prosperity as a weapon. Accomplish.
This has absolutely nothing to do with Strongholds, by the way.
It's Conquest.
Yep. I think you're supposed to be killing commanders or something.
And that's just the gate team on the other side trying to stop you.
Yeah, because this is what, Corellia? Yeah.
Looks like it.
It's Corellia.
Withdraw.
So, what was missing from that trailer, Bob?
But the last bit, or the whole
The whole trailer, what was missing? What was the one thing you didn't see?
Sound. Oh, I didn't see. Go on. Enlighten me. What have I completely overlooked?
There is only one NPC in this whole entire trailer.
Oh, let's have a look. I didn't.
There's one.
It's
That was
guard.
the one NPC.
There's
And
a
that
pet.
little floating probe is a
There's
pet.
none in those 3 flashby rooms. Yeah, you're right.
And then they go to
broken
Corellia.
NPCs.
So they went from all that goofing around
In the
with-
first couple of videos, loads
trying
of
to
NPCs moving and potentially roaming
Yeah.
around the place to, oh no, you can have one. And that's static guard.
Yep, the static guard, which they don't even, they're like those British guards with the funny hats, and you like can't make them flinch to save your life.
I'm sure if you kicked them in the nuts, they would, but
They would, but then you'd get bludgeoned, stabbed, and shot to death.
yeah,
They-
guards stood by Buckingham Palace,
Yeah, the Buckingham Palace guards. That's what it is. They just stand there like attention. So they went from all the tomfoolery and screwing around to
to look how full you can make the place to, oh actually no, we've tried to make it work and it doesn't, so you can have one.
yeah, you can have. Oh, and by the way, each one of those guards costs a fortune. They did lower the cost of them by an entire 0, whatever that is.
Shit, by tenfold.
Yeah, by tenfold. That's right. They were completely unaffordable, and now they're just really unaffordable instead of impossibly unaffordable. So I could buy like 3 of them instead of I think none. It's really bad. But the good news is, you can go collect Warzone comms on alts and buy them on alts and donate them to your guild,
Definitely.
which is what I was doing. So now, if you have a lobby and nothing to spend Warzone comms on, you can buy guards and donate guards to the guild. Unfortunately, with the 25 NPC cap, that's what you get.
fill up very
2.
quickly.
You can put 2 on each door just for fun and forget having any pets or.
Oh yeah, it's just crazy.
So, I don't know, maybe I overreacted with the NPC patrolling thing, but with how fast they're cutting away, and when you look at it more, it does look like they're kind of pacing
It looks
in
like they take a couple of
space.
steps, but that could be just the shortness of the clip rather than them actually walking.
Yeah.
Because the
It's-
clips are no longer than like a second and a half each when it
Mhm.
jumps from back to forward. And yeah, they may not be actually walking as such from point A to point B. They might
Yeah.
just be pacing backwards and forwards and you're just catching it as they're all walking one way sort of thing.
Yeah. And then it looks, at least to me, like they pulled most of those emotes out of their
Oh,
ass.
definitely. After them, 90% of them I've never seen before.
Yeah, and then a lot of those vendors or droids or whatever, they just pulled those out of their ass too. Those could end up being NPCs though, because there are a lot of new droid models that are NPCs, but I don't remember either of those astromech models actually being NPCs. I remember some war droid ones, which is weird because they're these
Yeah, they're your
beefed out
crafter
battle
ones, aren't they?
droids.
Yeah,
And
battle
they're your
droids that you use to
crafter
craft.
droid.
Yeah,
Your crafter battle droid. Yeah, they're going to make your
crafter droid has
linens.
big cannons on its arms.
They do.
You would have lifters and pincers and stuff, not blasters.
Needles, like some little,
Yeah.
maybe needle and thread spindle. Anyway, so the reason why I did this video, not just to point out the massive hypocrisy and train wreck that this is probably going to be, not all the false advertising, but I think it's fun to see how their PR evolved and how their media, like public facing, evolved. And if I baked in a bunch of the Twitch stuff, especially from the very first Twitch that was on the dev server, not PTS, but the dev server, you see how things changed, how their attitude changed, through which there's no way that, I mean, it would take me weeks to put together some kind of a really good compilation on the Twitch stream, but they really changed their tone throughout the development of this.
On the first video, they promised so much, didn't they? You can
Oh,
do this,
yeah.
you can do that, this works, and then I think they all got sort of sat down and told, you're lying out your arse.
Yeah, they told
Here's the handbook, go and read what you can and can't. And now the latest ones is like, well, no, you can't do anything, here's one character.
Yeah, they're like, we don't have plans for that, we don't have plans for that, we don't have plans for that. Yeah. Find out that, 80% of everything Musko said was a complete and total lie. And then about half of
9% of what he said was a complete lie, and the other 1% was just made up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then a lot of the stuff Jack said turned out to be wrong or misinformation, or
Partial truths.
Yeah, it's amazing to look and see how this started, and then to look and see what it's become. And then on Tuesday, I think, honestly, not a lot's going to change, because I don't think they have any intention, like we were talking about earlier, I don't think they have any intention of actually delivering on...
What you promised.
Yeah. I think it was about maybe a little over a week ago. Because if you remember... No, you don't remember because you didn't have internet. They released PTS initially on this on a Friday. And they took the weekend off, of course. Came back on Monday, didn't read or respond to anything until about Wednesday or Thursday, and that was when Guild Ships was supposed to come out. And then they realized, I think at that point, that Guild Strongholds were deleting themselves. And then they put two and two together and said, oh, you know what, Guild Ships are probably going to do the same thing. So they pushed Guild Ships off until the following, I believe, Tuesday, to where everyone logged in, Guild Ships came out, and then Guild Ships promptly were deleting themselves. And then we kind of figured out a workaround. And then I think that was like last Wednesday or Wednesday before last to just last Tuesday is when we were playing. It was completely abundantly clear, I think, in that week's time frame, that they lost all motivation to do anything. You still there?
Yeah, still here. Just say I've got movement now.
Okay. So, in the time to when they put out Guild Ships, I think Guild Ship feedback was so negative, and they realized it was like just deer in headlights, and I think they shut down. I think that's why they shut the PTS off. So, I think on Tuesday, we're not going to see anything different from what we saw last week.
I'm gonna have to shoot. She's coming down.
Yep, that's it. So see ya.
That's it. See you, mate.
Yep, cheers. So yeah, just to wrap it up, I think they lost their drive. I think they thought it was going to be a slam dunk. I think they thought everybody was just going to take it hook, line, and sinker, and they realized that they hadn't done any, or somebody hadn't done any math homework. And I think a lot of people believe that they ran up against technical limitations. I don't understand that. I didn't see any slowdown. But also, I wasn't in a decked out wall-to-wall guild ship, but I had a lot of decorations in our guild ship. I didn't see any slowdown. I was in a fully decked out 100% Tatooine, didn't see any slowdown, which is the biggest one. Didn't really try a Nar Shaddaa or whatever, but I don't know. I guess we'll see on Tuesday. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and talk to you guys later. Bye.